That's the probably think that this song is about you. You're so vain. Tosser. Welcome back to the Ollie Skelton show that everybody rates. The acronym for that is Tosser. But this is a special two Tossers episode. We're joined by the GOAT of Tosser to date, Rupert Bugden. Rupert, hello, mate. Thank you for co-hosting. And he wasn't clapping himself then. He's also joined by none other than Funky Dunky, Moisty Duncan, the king of the EQ. There's none better to do it than Duncan James /Simpson. Can we get a round of applause for Duncan?
Thanks for having me, guys. Can't wait to rip in.
There's a lot of things at play, all right? There's a lot of things at play. And there's a lot of questions that have to be asked. And what we want to do, right? We're in the game of tap. We're in the game of like for a like, follow for a follow. And we were thinking what we'd love to do is, can we do some clickbait trailers for us?
That way you don't have to do it during the potty, just off the guts, do some clickbait one-liners.
What do you mean, one-line answers?
Yeah.
Just a few one-liners that we got pre-prepared.
You mean you've got pre-prepared words you want me to come out and
correct, yeah.
That we want you
Correct.
to say.
We'll see what the words are.
Yeah.
But probably not.
So something like,
go for it.
Like, so, if you can start off with, like, no, I honestly did care that she had a job. Can you say that?
Can you say that? Can you say that?
I did care that she had a job.
As soon as people listen to the thing, they're
You're
gonna.
gonna know, but just for that one little grab. I did care that she had a job.
The first rule of improv is say yes. Yes, and.
We're gonna get you off the fence.
Yeah.
Because me and Ollie were doing.
But I didn't, so I'd be lying.
We were doing.
That's the whole point of the clickbait. You gotta lie.
Me and Ollie were doing a bit of homework today. And you know what he said? Ollie, what did you say? You said, sometimes you'll leave dunks and you'll think, wow, he said a lot, but what?
Do you know what's funny, right? I just noticed Rupert, we're about 30 seconds in, he's already referring to the notes.
Well, yeah, but the notes are going to be on.
No. Okay, so, yeah, Rupert, you've got ones that you could say.
Okay, so I'm going to start with, like, I'm honestly off you.
No, you got to be a bit more serious about it.
No, I'm honestly off you.
No. Can you be a little bit more just shake your head like he's just punching you in the face. Nah, to be honest, I'm honestly off you.
No, I'm honestly off you.
You're smiling as you're saying it. You're smiling at.
Yeah, I'm off you.
That's good. Good. All right. Okay, I got one. It's hard. It is hard.
It has to be serious.
Nah, guys. Wait. Guys, seriously, come on. We're doing a podcast. Relax.
That's good.
Is it good? I'll go again. Nah, guys, seriously, come on. We're doing a podcast. Just relax. It's all good. Was that good?
That was great.
Okay. All right.
You can do
I
all.
was going to say one more. And I know you cheated. You think I came down in the last shower?
Does it come down the last show? Is that the right word?
Come down in the last shower?
Isn't it?
Just give us the line. Just give us the. Honestly, I did care she had a child.
I'm not saying that.
Okay. Can you
I'm
then?
staying away from her.
Can you say to Rupert whatever as if I'd care?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Whatever.
You got to be serious.
Yeah, that's alright.
Yep.
Whatever, as if I'd care.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
That was good. Anyway, have
Can
you
you-
heard of Jerry Springer?
No, we're not. He knows Alyssa's not coming through the door, mate. He thought You honestly think he's going to be like...
convinced that Alyssa was going to come in with a mud cake, like a Woolies mud cake or something like that.
You've said, nah, I'm honestly off ya.
Yep.
I've got one. Yeah, okay. Enough of all that. How do you genuinely feel about each other? It's not a question. It's a trailer. Okay, I got one. Now, Rupert, you say that you felt disrespected. How?
Yeah.
No, it's not a question. It's a trailer. All right. I think we got enough there.
Yeah, that's good.
I think we got enough there. So, if you didn't know, if you've just come down in the last shower, we are here at the Star Hotel. Much love to the Star. We got the Logies. We are the one and done. Our only Logies appearance, never to be seen again. We're ushered out. The new MAFS season has already started, essentially. So this is the last hurrah, the sayonara. Are you excited, Dunky?
I am. We're old weeks, old news.
Old news.
Old news. Isn't there another part to that? Old weeks. Well, last week's news.
Yeah,
We will be anyway. I've seen a couple of the grooms and brides for the coming year. What do you think? It looks like Jesse on steroids.
yes. It's like a Jesse Harrison combination.
Oof,
Lot
what
of
a
tight
combo.
jeans.
Yeah,
A lot of tight jeans going around, but we're building them up.
building them
Works
up
for 'em. It works for them.
for sure.
Tight jeans.
For the viewer at home.
For the viewer at home.
Now, if you've just tapped into MAFS content for the first time in a long time, there's been an actual real life wife swap. Rupert, now single. Duncan, now with Evelyn. And I think it would be remiss if we didn't at least acknowledge that for what it is. And I would like to know how that all came to be and how it was a smooth transition to be able to sit right next to each other, enjoying a lovely Smirnoff and relaxing relaxo about. So it was pretty a smooth transition, but I'd like to know it from your guys' perspective.
Well, from my point of view, for me, like, if I love someone and then one of my mates went and, you know, got with them, I'll probably be off them. I'd definitely be off them. But, like, if I'm not in love with them and someone slept with them, I'd be like, oh, fair game. Like, good on you. You're chasing love. And there's also the element of reality TV where, like, I probably didn't take it as seriously as I should have. To the point where, at times, I think after the show, I was like, I actually told Duncan, I was like, man, you and Evelyn would probably be a really good match.
Right.
That's how it all started.
Yeah.
Actually, it was Rupert's recommendation.
Right.
And then it went from there. So, I also think the right thing to do is to call Rupes and at least have some acknowledgement there, because there was interaction between us.
Right.
If I had interaction with my partner from the show, then I would have asked her, but there was no interaction, so I didn't ask.
Right. Right.
And, like, I feel like if you split up with your ex, would you go and tell them, hey, I'm going and seeing someone? No, that's just rubbing it in, I feel. Like,
You would if they were seeing like a friend of yours, I feel like.
okay.
Yeah.
I get that. Yeah, okay, I get that. Anyway, back to the question.
Right.
I honestly didn't care at all, and you were asking me a lot. You're like, well, that would irk you a little bit, wouldn't it? And I was like,
Yeah, I thought it's funny because I guess it makes sense in a way that you guys kind of shook hands and you said
yeah.
all the best. But still, I guess from my ego point of view, I would be like, oh, like there was the wife swap, there was all this, like, and this, none of this is planned. We didn't really even know we were gonna say this, but yeah, I was like, I would say to you, oh yeah, I guess I said ego-wise, you're a better man than me because I feel like it would trigger my own ego.
And definitely, if there was lots of feelings there, it would. But I feel like just because we end things as just like friends, there was like that ability that's like, I'm happy for you to go and.
This wasn't the plan, Doug. I could see your face, the face that you got here. You're like, this is what I've come into.
No, what we actually wanted to talk about.
I think they're all good normal questions to ask. I've even had I've had mates in my group that are with people that were with somebody else within our immediate group.
Right.
There was a lot of time that those people had invested.
Right.
So there's I think the context of everything's really it matters, and then whether how the realness of your relationship or not.
Right.
So I think that matters too. I've even had a particular cast member let me know that they were going to go on a date with my partner from the show.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Well, we've seen that. That's Josh, because we saw that on the Daily Mail, right?
Yeah, so he gave me a call, and kudos to Josh, and just let me know, and just said, hey mate, I'm going to go on a date with my partner from the show, and so I was like, yeah mate, go for it.
What would you have done if I said, fuck off, Duncan? No.
Oh, that's a good question, actually.
Never thought of
that is a great question.
I don't think it would have, like,
I don't think it would have stopped anything. It was more about the respect of. No,
Yeah, I'm joking.
Because that'd be a horrible way, right? Like if you didn't go and do something because somebody
Right.
not in the relationship didn't want you to do it.
Yeah.
God, you wouldn't have balls to be in a relationship, right?
For sure.
So it was more just out of respect. The same way Josh wasn't asking me.
Yeah.
Josh was just telling me,
Right.
informing me because he thought it was the right thing to do.
Right,
I was
right.
like, bro, go for it.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you.
No, hell yeah.
It was funny because when Evelyn first hooked up with you, so they say, at Mardi Gras, when you guys first hooked up at Mardi Gras, Evelyn called me the next day and she's shocking at like keeping a secret, and she was like, "Oh, I might have done something." And I was like, "What?" And she's like, "Oh, I can't tell you." I'm like, "Oh, you hooked up with me." And like literally, she's like next day, she's like, "Yeah, I did." But she's like, "I can't tell anyone." I'm like, "I got mad anxiety, so like I don't want anyone to know." I'm like, "Well, you shouldn't have told me."
Yeah, loose lips, Roots.
I know. I know, dude.
Pretty good, to be honest. Very good. Hold down a lot of secrets.
But here's where it affects. Here's where it had an effect on me, right? You've just leapfrogged into being the power couple, and I gotta say, like, I put in hours and months and years of work, right? Yeah, it's only been a year. So you've got 3 months under your belt, or X, Y, Z. I had a year,
Moved state.
I've moved states. I've got another job, and I've been leapfrogged, and you are now the power couple. And it got me thinking. I'm like, why is this? Why has this happened to me?
Who says we're the power couple?
But just the internet.
Well, you can't believe it.
Well, I do. Everything that's on the internet, I believe it. Unfortunately, that's a problem.
Do you think you have to move? Do you think you have to move states to be? Like, why did you move states?
Oh, dude, we couldn't have done long distance. No, I mean, obviously, here I am with the camera, but no, you could. I don't think from Perth to New South Wales. Like, sure.
I thought that was a big move by you, big balls.
But
like, hey, we've gone on a show, we spent a lot of time together. Probably heaps more investment than like a normal relationship, like we always say.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there's all that, especially if you've been there at the start.
Yeah.
Like you and Tiny had. But it's still at the same time, you're like, we know each other from the environment inside the show.
Yeah, but she'd come to WA before. Like, she came to WA over the New Year, and.
So that's just Smirnoff seltzer.
Sounds refreshing.
Boom, 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 boom. No, but I knew that. I knew we could live together. Yeah, I knew we could live together, and I was like, "What else am I doing? If we're either gonna do it or we're not."
Yeah.
Like, I don't have any attachments. I don't have a kid. I don't have, like, I lost my job to go on the bloody show, and I found love. So I was like, seemed like a no-brainer to me, and I know I had to move. I knew I had to move fast as well, because I didn't want it to get into this thing of, oh no, I'm coming, and then all this shit would happen. I had to go fast.
I didn't plan this question, but I was just wondering, like, because you get this trauma bond with the person, right?
It's true. It's true.
You get this trauma bond with the person, right? And you might not want to divulge if that's right.
Divulge, mate.
Like thesaurus that. But you might not want to divulge into this, but do you find that now this next cast is coming out and it's dwindling? Is anything changing for you? Is what I want to ask.
I don't know. It's like.
Do you mean changing within?
Like changing.
Yeah, no, I know what
on this high.
I understand the question. And it was that was honestly a concern for me. It was more of a concern for me when the show finished, like when it completely finished, because it's like you've got that people have seen your ending, and you've got everybody telling you how amazing you guys are, but then when the show ended, it's like, okay, well, now people aren't doing that. And then it's like, well, where's really our relationship at? Yeah, but I think, no, it doesn't feel like that now. Now that the transition was going to happen after the show aired. And look, like the whole time with Tani and I, it's just been a regular relationship, and people can gas you up to be something, or people can do the opposite and make it seem a lot shitter than it is. But the whole time on the experiment, we were not G'ing it up.
You're being authentic.
We weren't like, okay, we're gonna do X, Y, Z, or we just weren't doing any of that because we were just like, let's just keep it real. And I think some people are like,
No, everyone saw that.
yeah, but no, what I was getting at is this is why I think that you've leapfrogged me, and we actually saw it in the lift with Flex.
Yeah.
You got pretty privilege.
Yeah.
You have pretty privilege, and I'm out here. You guys are getting all the wow, yeah, Evelyn Duncan, and people are like, we love Tony Ollie, just keep at it, mate. Wow, Evelyn Duncan, and I think it's because you guys are aesthetically quite symmetrical, and that's really pissing me off. If I gotta be honest with you, that's why I'm wearing the glasses today because I just know these eyes don't match yours. That's the joke.
Is that a thing? Because, you know...
He's not going to know.
No, I don't...
He's just out the street like homeless people going, hello, sir, would you like some money?
But, so Cam and Lyndall, I mean, not Cam and Lyndall, Cam and Taylor, essentially, they did something similar where Cam's flopped his cock out and, you know, he was grilled for it. If you flopped your cock out and shown Evelyn, people would laugh it off and be like, oh, he's hot though.
There'd be a celebration.
Yeah, it'd be like,
There'd be a
wow.
day a year, Duncan's Cock
Do you
Day.
think?
No, I think the audience had already decided on whether they liked the certain people from the experiment.
Yeah,
and
true.
so if those people, if the audience thought that they were relatable and genuine, then when you come off the show, if you start something with someone from the show, then people think that's the same genuine person I saw on the show. So they,
He's good.
that's
See,
why there's good
he's
public
very
support
good.
for it. But also, like, it's the realness of what happened anyway. So there wasn't like some weird, like, dodgy shit going on.
Yeah,
None
and
of
you
that.
wouldn't do that. You'd never get your knob out in public.
No, you
I
see
like
this?
Cam, but I wouldn't get my old fella out and send it to Taylor.
You see this? He didn't answer the pretty privileged question. He is a politician, dog. He freaking Duncan for Premier, dude. I swear to God, man.
You think if I went to Flex Mummy and said, hey, Flex.
Yeah, we got to explain that story. So we're in the lift, and we see that Flex has got two beautiful mandarins, and we're all very hungry. He steals it off her, and she says, "Please, by all means."
Oh, please.
And if that was,
Do you want a second?
yeah, and
He
if
offered me the mandarin.
yes, that's what I'm talking about. She offered you the mandarin.
Yeah, she had two. There was two of us. Mandarin each. It's pretty basic maths.
Well, there was 4 in the lift. Duncan,
Pretty privileged.
pretty boy.
I spent the time engaging with her while you two sat up the front.
Very good,
We
very
did
good,
that
very
work
good,
last weekend.
dude. He's a gun.
Work? What do you mean?
You already meet
It's not work, is it?
I'm always at work.
I love it,
I'm
dude.
always at work.
I love
Don't
it.
try to throw the question.
No, it's
on
good.
me.
It's good. It's good. But do you think there is such a thing?
That's pretty privileged.
And just for the
Put it this way,
record,
I reckon if my partner from the show and Josh got together, that
Jesus, put that back on.
I reckon that would have been celebrated. I reckon people would have loved it. I
Yeah.
reckon if Jesse and Lyndall ended up together, people have talked about that a little bit.
Who would I
Or
be?
Jesse.
But is your
Jesse and Janelle.
but
I
is
reckon people would have loved that
Who
too.
would you expect to be
it's the
with?
bloody Rupert show.
The Rupert show.
I would have
No, it's
expected
easy.
you to be with
Oh, yeah.
Bronte.
Yeah, okay. Shout out to
Aren't you
Bronte.
two friends?
Shout out to, yeah, we're very good friends.
Yeah, there you go.
She's lost her Instagram again, so she
I've
might
heard
have
she's
to
lost her
shout out.
Instagram.
He's bloody politicianing us right
Yeah,
now.
I know. And I've forgotten what we're even talking about, to be fair.
So is
He's good.
I'm saying no, and I'm saying it's more about the person what the audience or the internet thinks of you is based on who you are as a person. So what you do after the show, if you are genuine on the show, they think you're genuine off the show too.
You
So
are
that's
genuine.
why. So that's why I think that there's been good public support for it.
Yeah.
But it's been real. That's why as well. So.
yeah, but you've leapfrogged us. So is it
Well,
pretty
what's
privileged?
the measurement for leapfrogging? Because you know when they do the big promo for MAFS,
Yeah.
Logies, you know who's the very last image of like kissing?
Who was it?
It's you and Tani. Right? So to finish the big fucking promo,
Right.
Yeah, but
it's
who's,
you two. If that's not the golden couple
Right.
yeah,
of a
who's
promo,
got, who's got
No.
the L'Oreals and the...
Yeah. Who's
all
got
the
the
other stuff, the moisturisers?
Yeah, we ain't got none of the moisturisers. We have referred to you as Moisty for potentially since the retreat. And
Was it then?
yes,
No,
and
before that, I think it might have started just before.
It was
that.
a commitment ceremony, and I moisturised my forearms and elbows, and I was sitting next to I don't know who it was, but I was warm, and it was radiating off my arms.
Yeah.
And then
you hugged me.
Yeah, and then you were like, and I was like, and you're like,
I was like, oh, that's fucking.
my,
very
my
soft.
forearms were moist.
see, I thought it was Rupert. I thought it was one time we were at retreat, and Rupert, being Rupert, said, "Oh, your skin's looking a bit dry," and he thought that.
Wind you up.
And he thought that rattled you, and so then he was like, "Yeah, moisty."
I always thought it was because of the forearms.
I think it was both, and because you told me that you moisturised, in my head I'm like, I'm gonna get him with this, and then that's when I was like, oh, you're looking a bit dry there.
Do you like it?
I like it. I like it. Yeah.
You got good skin.
Gorgeous skin.
Yeah. What's your heritage?
We don't know exactly. My dad's got 10% Asian in him. We don't know exactly what it is. My dad's pretty dark though,
Okay.
so.
Is this a touchy subject?
No, we only did Ancestry a little while ago because I had a fair few people ask me anything, and I haven't done my mum's side, but no English, just some Scottish. Obviously, Duncan's a very Scottish name, so is Simpson.
Duncan Simpson.
Confirm your last name Simpson?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I just had Duncan James there because I was
Sus puppy.
worried.
That's a sus puppy.
I just wanted to separate MAFS from my career.
And it's genius.
Genius,
But,
yeah.
but now we don't need to worry, so it's all good. Mesh them together.
Yeah, Duncan James Simpson. I'm just sorry. I'm just gonna get a Dexy. Sorry.
What's your most embarrassing story? While we wait for others over. This may or may not be the cut.
Just trying to think.
Your most embarrassing story.
Got a few. Oh yeah, I've got a couple. So when I was young, I'd had a shower and I was trying to warm myself up in front of the fire.
Yeah.
And the glass that's on front of the fireplace, my buttocks got a little bit too close to the glass and it touched the glass, so it's stuck and it
seared you.
Yeah, so my mum had to rub ointment on my bum for the next couple of months.
How old are you?
I don't know, maybe 7.
That's too old to have your mum freaking.
Yeah, it was bad.
Now, one thing that I want to know, right? So, I feel like something that you did throughout the show that was extremely beneficial to how you answered questions was you would do this pause, and I'm actually doing it right now.
Yeah,
and I feel like I got it off you. Like I remember Tani and I we would have arguments or whatever after the fact, and I would find myself going,
Look it up. Give yourself a little 10-second break to think.
So,
I did that.
now-
So what I'd like to say about this
right.
is emoji.
Yeah, so is that always been, or was that...
Show you like, I need a...
No, I think it's being in my job. I present to boards and I guess people that where you've got to sit there and like think about the way that you want to structure that sentence because you need to sort of say it the right way. You've got to think on your feet in a lot of these meetings, and so sometimes I don't know. I think I'm probably just over time I've just developed like that's my way of thinking.
Right.
But I don't know if I was like that earlier. I'll probably talk a bit faster than maybe it came across like on the show. I don't know. I don't
Well, you're responding in real time now.
Yeah, I don't think about it. It just sort of happens.
Right.
Yeah.
If it's
I didn't sit there. Someone was like, "Well, have you been media trained?" I was like, "Media trained."
Well, somebody was, and the theory is it's you, Dunks.
Yeah, no media. Can confirm no media trained.
No media training.
No.
I still think it's
I'll go
you.
to confession.
Because
I'll go to confession.
it was not you. There's no way in hell. Either way, get your money back. That's what I said.
I felt like, even though I didn't agree with everything that Harrison said, some things I did, some things I didn't. I feel like he structured.
Yeah, he's very good.
He structured his arguments.
Yeah.
Oh, he's...
Even though the end result, I was like,
Yeah, but you know what? I feel like that's the knack that he has, is he's got, like... He's great at making it feel like... He's great at taking you on these little journeys where you'll be like... defending something completely different to what was the original discussion.
Yeah.
But
Are you going to have him on your potty?
I did ask, but he apparently did his last MAFS interview, and then I hear that he's done one with Adam and Thing, and he's talking about MAFS. So, you know.
Maybe there's a chance, yeah.
Look,
Shout out to Harry.
Harry, come on, mate. Come on.
Booney.
Talk to my schedule. I'll talk to your people. We'll work it out.
Get on the tosser.pod.
Get on the tosser.pod. When in Rome. So, what we do every week is we do something called the Hottie Hotline. The Hottie Hotline, where beautiful people ask beautiful questions. And my phone is here, and we've got some questions for you, Duncan Simpson James.
Let's hit it.
Yep, let's knock it out. Okay, question number 1. And Rupert, by all means, feel to answer this question.
Yeah,
You know,
here and there. To lighten the mood a little bit.
lighten the mood. Okay.
That's all good.
All right, here we go. So this is the lovely
Here we go.
Layla. Now, Layla's got this for you. Or us. You know, collaborative effort.
Yeah. We'd love to have you back on.
Question is it ever okay to lie to your partner in a relationship in circumstances where you know the truth will most likely hurt them?
Have you ever lied to your partner?
I've never lied to my current partner.
Okay, that's the main.
Wow, okay,
That's
you've
the main-
never lied to your current partner. That's a huge
You
call.
lied to Alyssa?
No, I've in past relationships, there was. I'll talk about it. It's not saying.
You don't have to.
Yeah, no, it's fine to. I learned a lot when, years ago, years ago, I went out with someone. I went to Ibiza with a bunch of boys. I said that there was no one coming back to our place to party, and I didn't think that there was.
Yeah.
I know I didn't bring anyone back. One of my mates did, but I'd still said that no one had come back. Because I didn't bring anyone back. It's someone else who brought someone back.
Right.
That created a seed of doubt that festered into something else, and it just made me realise that nearly in every scenario, I don't think there's hardly ever a time that it would be right to lie.
There's no... But you're saying that with Evelyn and Alyssa, you have not lied once.
Maybe not a white lie. Does Duncan ever stuff up? Because I
No,
fuck up
and
every
look,
day.
I'm not going to say what they are, so you can ask me what you want, but I'm not going to say. But there's definitely things that we've probably both said to each other, me and Evelyn, that we haven't liked, but we've still told each other.
Right.
Actually, there's definitely been things that we've told each other about past and who we are and things that we've done that neither of us like, but we said it anyway, knowing that the other person's not going to like it.
Are you paying for a Netflix yet?
No.
No.
Yeah, but... Right. Oh, okay.
That's a good... Okay, so wait, you're saying don't lie, not lie.
I think because then it's not really about if Layla's calling up and saying that she wants to lie because the truth is really going to hurt her partner, in the end the thing that you're trying to protect them from, which is the truth that's going to hurt them, you're actually going to hurt them more because the little lie that you did just broke a bit of trust anyway.
It's close to home for me, I'd say.
So I reckon it's like it's a no win.
No-brainer.
How does it hit close home for you?
Come on, it's a Duncan.
All right, you're
Don't
just
go
saying
into it.
the
It's
stuff.
close to home. That's happened to me. I've lied and then it's come back to bite me now. Lesson learned. Don't
Yeah.
lie. It's not
Yeah.
worth it.
No.
Stupid.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, lying in a relationship, there's never a good opportunity. But does lying constitute? I would say sometimes I would withhold stuff from Tani because I know that it's for the betterment of, I just won't tell her X, Y, Z because I know that that's going to stress her out.
Like if someone walks past that you've slept with, is it worth you saying, "Oh, hey, by the way, I've slept with that person"? It's like, no, you're never going to see him again.
Is that a
Are
lie?
you going to
though?
tell him? No, but
It's a lie if they say, "How do you
Yeah.
know them?" and then you go,
Right.
"Oh, I don't know." But if someone just walked past, and
Yeah, I suppose
I don't know if that's a lie.
don't need to be said.
Like it. Okay, number 2.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I answered that. Okay, I nailed that. All right, what do we got? We've got an anonymous caller.
Anonymous caller.
This is definitely not.
So my question is, when it comes to a relationship or a separation, why is it that women and men respond and process it so drastically differently. Typically, I don't want to speak for everyone and say that, all breakups are the same. But the pattern that I've seemed to notice is that we as women will stay at home and we'll cry and we'll really sit in that emotion of hurt and of pain, and we'll process it and we will grieve and we will mourn. While on the other hand, it always seems like the men will seem like they're okay and they're out and they're partying and they're meeting new girls and they're carefree, and it's like nothing has happened, which then just adds to us feeling even more hurt. And then a few weeks, months, however long down the track, once we've really worked through everything and we've processed it and we've moved on, then the men seem to try and come back. I just am so confused about how men process the ending of relationships.
So thanks for Alyssa for that question. Now, Duncan, we just...
That was never going to end.
I think that's a super interesting one. I don't agree that men and women all process it totally differently. She's talking about personal experience and then deciding that is, I don't know, the factor for most men. She's going off personal experience, not off what the reality of how men and women process relationships breaking up. But I would say I reckon more men do that. They go out and they try to and I reckon that's because men want to process it in a way of like not thinking about it,
Right.
put it in the back of their head, where a girl's going to want to sit there and like think about it more. But so even though I'm saying that, at the same time I don't agree with it that all men do it that way and all women do it that way. I've got mates that have had relationships break up and I haven't seen them for months, and they have not been out for months. So don't agree with it always. But at the same time, I think it also comes from a place of traditionally some men will think that they need to look like that they're strong and like that they're not vulnerable and that they don't want to show that to their friends. So if you sit at home and you cry and you get upset and sit in your dark moments, process that at home, then you might think in your head that you don't have the masculinity that you need to have. So a way of like protecting yourself against that is to like go out and be seen that you're out having fun and like this didn't hurt me with this girl.
Yeah.
But it totally depends on the group. I've definitely got a group of mates that are really open about being hurt about relationships that end.
But do you find like...
Hey, I'm really struggling right now, Dunk. Can you come over, mate, to have a chat to me?
Can we get a zoom up of Dunk's eyes right now? He's actually watering up a little bit. He's getting emotional talking about it.
So... and then I think that some men go off and do that for a while and then they come back because there's also that mindset of people break up and then all of a sudden a guy's like, I'm going to go out and see what's out there and stuff. And then they realise, actually, no, my partner that I had before was actually top shelf and a really great person for me, but they sometimes take a while to work that out.
Yeah.
So I think it's a combination of a couple of things there.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Kinda, I think.
So I'm saying, if it's been really definitive, I don't agree with that.
Yeah, but the question was like, not. I think she's saying as a general consensus, why is that the case? And you're saying you don't think as a general consensus that is the case?
I don't think as a general consensus that is the case, but I think that for men that do that, it's tied to feeling masculine and feeling in front of their friends.
It's that culture thing where like your mate will break up with someone and be like, the next one will come and just go out and slay the next one.
Yeah.
Right?
No, like it.
That comes back to their group of. That comes back to their group of mates.
Yeah.
If their group of mates is like the, I don't know, really.
You're one of us. You're one of us. I feel like he's one of us.
He's one of us. Google Gabble.
Open and vulnerable.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, look.
Well answered, hey.
Duncan for Prem. This is what I've been saying. All right, this one. I'm not sure who this one's from, but we'll get it up.
Let's see who we got.
So my boyfriend has started a new project and I think is pretty lame. I don't like it. How do I tell him without being mean?
Oh, that's an interesting one.
Surely you know who that is.
Why would you not let him answer the fucking question before, mate?
Sorry.
Fucking hell. Thank you, Tani, for that question. I appreciate that, mate. You're a legend.
Were you actually going to answer?
Yes, he was, bro. He didn't know, man. Oh, did ya? Oh, okay.
Oh, you just thought we were doing that to try to get the grab.
No.
I don't know.
I don't know. Oh, God, mate.
Anyway.
All right, well...
Sorry for...
I think first, does the project...
He's answering.
Yeah.
Answer it.
Yeah, okay. If this one was yours.
If the project doesn't impact the partner, then let your partner go off and do your main
Yeah,
project.
all right.
As long as it doesn't impact her, then let your partner go off and do the lane project. If the lane project
Right.
Oh, this
is...
is a lane.
Yeah, look, this
Is
is...
this what... It depends what... No, I'm not saying it's going to be.
Good.
But if there was... if it impacts... If you're both a couple and you're striving for something...
All right, no. I don't want to answer literally. It was just a goof. Fuck it.
Alright, next question. That was very good.
That's too funny. All right, okay.
I feel like you've got someone on here that...
All right.
We should have. Fuck, that would have been funny.
How do you deal with the deep guilt for hurting someone you loved and move on? That's from Daniel. I don't think these are personalized, but if it's I don't think it's personalized.
It's not going to sound very good, but I'll say it anyway because it's the truth.
You always say
You should always treat someone with respect if you're always, but if you're breaking up with somebody, so they're still in love with you, and you know that, I think you have to be pretty careful about how you choose your words and
Right.
your actions, right? I've broken up with people in the past, and I have purposely not put stuff up on social media that I know that was going to hurt them. Freaking cannot stand someone breaking up with someone, and then next thing I know, they're storing like them arms around a chick.
Yeah.
Like, you're a tool, mate. Like,
Yeah.
how good, you're the king, whatever.
Yeah, but they're just trying to... We were talking about this last week. They're just trying to directly speak to them, you know?
Yeah, so there's that. But I also don't think that you should get really upset in yourself because somebody loves you and you don't love them.
Right.
The worst thing you can do is string them along and be nice enough to them that they think that there's a chance that something's going to come back.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
Right? That's real bad. So I think you got to be clear, straight down the line. Hey, I'm not in love with you anymore, and you can't sit there and run around and go, I feel really bad that I'm like that. This person loves me, and I don't want to be. With them. I don't think that's not your obligation to have to wear that feeling.
I wish we had you on every week to give advice because we're just out here saying the most ludicrous advice and being like, yeah, look, you're in trouble. God bless. We'll see you next week.
How about we just get him on for the Hottie Hotline? A little call, a little FaceTime call.
I like that.
Would you be open?
Done.
Okay, you've heard it.
How do you feel about our girls beefing? Is it not the most hilarious thing?
Is there beef?
Well,
What do you know? What do you know?
Hey, I just read the press, man. I don't know nothing. I just...
Speaking of the press,
I read the press. Yeah, that's all I've read is the press.
the fake accident for more airtime.
What's that?
Can we not ADHD this?
Oh, my fake
Oh,
accident.
sorry.
Yeah, the state transit bus ran up the back of my car. So one of my best mates was like, "Oh, classic stitch up from Simpson." He's had the car crash from more exposure. I was like,
No, it's a great move.
14 weeks.
It is a great move. It is a great move.
I would like to say if my insurance company doesn't get a move on with it, I'd love to start naming them on my social media, but I'll leave that for now.
And that's on you.
Back
All right?
beef. What do you know?
Only the stuff that I've seen on the
He's so good. He's so good. He is so good, man. Yeah. He's so...
everyone
Yeah.
on the show. Everyone.
Yeah.
Except,
The only person I don't follow is Alyssa removed
why do you
me
follow her?
because she removed me a long time ago. So I just kept following her for a long time, and I didn't know if that was right for her or me. So I just
Yeah, that's a bit weird.
So I
Yeah.
removed it. But I've never in a single interview or podcast said one single bad thing.
But you know what I love? Like, the question was our girls beefing, and then you're like, I follow everyone. You're the smoothest criminal in the game. Not necessarily a criminal, but you are so smooth, and I love it. I love it. Now, you plead the fifth. Look, plead the fifth, but I had to ask it.
Yeah, no, you can. I don't have a problem with anyone from the show. I don't know why I don't know exactly what's down to why girls do or don't.
Isn't it bizarre that like you'll break up with someone? Like if you break up with someone in the real world, you ain't posting about them constantly. Why do you think? People
Yeah, it's because people give a bollocks, mate. That's the
I
problem.
don't know why people that went out with, that were matched with people on MAFS that really despise them, hate that they were matched with them supposedly, and then talk about them all the time.
It's over.
That is bizarre.
All right, we're going to wrap up the Tosser podcast. Another little game. We got them all for you. That wasn't really a game, but this is. We're going to say. Okay, it's going to be like this. It's the boys who said. Who is this attributed to out of us three?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so these are Reddit comments. Who are they attributed to out of us three? Rupert doesn't know them either.
I don't know.
Okay.
Doesn't give me nothing.
All right. Starting number 1 from HRDST. Person and person. Their names sound like your great grandparents, but they're actually young and ridiculously attractive. Who is it? Who said it?
Say that again.
The names sound like.
You sounded like Luke Darcy then. You know, ever watched Say It Again? Oh, dude, no, that's an AFL meme. Okay, their names sound like your great grandparents, but they're actually young and ridiculously attractive. Who is this about? So it's obviously said person in this room and partner.
Well, I only want to say me purely because of the name. I've got a very old-fashioned name. I'm not saying I'm good looking. I'm just saying the name.
So you don't think Oliver could be in there?
Oliver and
I think I don't think it's me. I'm the oldest in the room, and yeah. So it was about
one of us.
the couple.
And partner.
Yeah.
Evelyn. Evelyn's a very unique name. I'm locking myself in.
All right.
I'm gonna say you.
Duncan and Evelyn, you're both wrong.
Oh.
Duncan and Evelyn, their names sound like your great-grandparents, but they're actually young and ridiculously attractive. Look, clearly they didn't look at your bloody Wikipedia. Okay. True. Person's communication style is hot AF. Who is this about?
That's not me. Duncan. I'm going Duncan again.
Ollie.
His communication.
Boom. Rupert's got a point on ya.
Bang.
It's Duncan's communication style is hot AF. All right, next question.
AF means?
Yes.
Okay.
He's young, bro. All right. Person is hot, but my gosh, his personality is like watching paint dry. That's the reason he doesn't have success in relationships. It's not all about looks. Who said this?
I don't know.
Who is this about?
I don't know.
I reckon it's me or Roots.
Yeah, I don't think it's
It's
you.
not me.
I don't think it's you.
All right.
You're too
It's
well liked.
successful
Okay.
relationship. So it's like you had a successful relationship.
Okay.
I
Alright.
didn't. It could be either of us.
It could be.
All right. Who will lock one in?
I'm going him. I was gonna say him.
Well, that means you got to go to Roops.
Okay, I'll go Roots.
Roops has got 2. It's Duncan is hot, but my gosh, his personality is like watching paint dry. That's very rude, right?
Rude and not true.
Not true. Not true.
Very personal.
All right, next up. Person is so awkward.
No. Well, that's me, I reckon. Is it true?
Okay.
I don't think you are at all.
I don't think now.
If I'm
No.
going to say one thing, I think the edit was nearly spot on for most people. Yeah, kill me. I get asked a lot whether Rupert was as awkward as he was made out on TV. I was like, no, he's an absolute smart.
Dude.
Yeah, I'm
And
a
he's
smart
quick-
ass, and I don't think that's made for maths.
Yeah, and you're quick-witted. People think you're slow.
Yeah.
You're not at all.
Do you get every time I fucking see a person, I get, is Harrison really like that?
Yeah,
That
that's my number one.
That's-
number one. Okay,
What do
so
you say?
I say, yeah, pretty much. Yeah. What do you say?
I would say that
Total on.
Look at him. He did the look up pause. He did the look up pause. Maybe that is a lie. Maybe that's his tell for a lie.
Yeah, instead of looking. No, I always say that he's pretty controversial. I don't agree with all the stuff that he says. Love him as a bloke. If
Yeah.
Harrison wanted to date my sister, would I say that that'd be great? I'd be like,
Did you know this was coming up? We actually had that in the bank.
Okay, so Rupert is awkward.
Yeah, look at him.
Yeah, I'm saying he is.
You can't both. Okay, I'll allow it for both because you're both wrong. Ollie is so awkward.
Oh, that holds out as well.
From Classy Lady. So that is 2-0
Yep.
for you to go here. Person can get it. I thought he was super hot and funny.
Groups.
I'm
I'm going to say Ollie.
Yeah, I was gonna go Ollie.
Yeah.
Person can get it. Ollie.
Both wrong again. Rupert, it can get it.
I've had a fair few people right. I've seen comments about that. They love calling you Rupert.
Rupert.
You got a fair few fans on there. I've also had, when I do Ask Me Anything, and I talk about, single guys and women, one of my favourite things to talk about relationships. You know who gets a lot of action for, can you set me up with your friend? It's this one here.
You don't need to tell me, man. You don't need to tell me.
I just forward that profile,
Yep.
DM straight over to the root.
Yeah.
So
And he's like,
what the man's up to.
thanks.
Unlucky in love.
We'll never know.
Yeah. No, he's having a day out.
Just say it's a numbers game and the odds
Numbers game.
are in his favour.
That's a little
Duncan for Prem. All right. Okay. So here's one more. Person and person. B1 and B2. Man, I love them.
That's 100% you and Tony.
I reckon it's me.
Because you two have been the love story from the very start.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Is it true?
I reckon it's me and you. I remember fucking.
Oh, it could be you
Right.
too.
Right.
I didn't think about that.
Okay, so we're locking both in. Bah, again for both of yous. Duncan and Leighton. It's the photo of the jackets.
Oh, yeah. I wish he
Where
could
is
come
Lane?
to
Um,
bought our blue suit jackets. And if I had some loafers like Leighton, I would have wore them too. Do you reckon he'll be in loafers tomorrow? I reckon he will be.
Loafers, yeah. And
Probably
tight-
really expensive loafers.
tight jeans, probably rips in them.
okay.
Not sure. I think Mel will want him in a nice suit.
From Mango Stens. Person's sister is hot too.
Oh, Duncan. Without fail.
I got that a fair few times. I'm going to say me.
Bah, Ollie's sister is hot too. Person seems really emotionally mature, and that's a 10 out of 10 in hotness anytime.
It's Duncan, that's easy. That's Duncan.
It's not even about
Not
looks,
even
though.
about looks. He's emotionally, it's...
But is it like, oh, Ollie...
I don't think you're emotionally... I'm locking in Duncan.
I'm going Ollie.
Duncan seems so emotionally mature. Boom. Duncan.
Yeah.
So it's 3. Rupert wins the...
Thank you.
Do you have a medal?
We got something. We got a Smirnoff Seltzer if you want it for later. Can I just say before we go, I remember one time we were in the lift right before we go to a commitment ceremony, and I didn't know you that well. And I had the New Yorker, the magazine, and you went like this. New Yorker. Could have guessed. And it rattled me so much. It rattled me so much. I remember it. Fuck
I
us.
want to know if one of your sisters, one of your sisters date me.
Fuck no.
Even though I know you're a bit naughty, I would let you date my sister.
Nah.
That's all
Sorry,
right.
sis. Roots is a bit younger than you.
Did you like my comment the other day how I said you guys are like an AI polished version of me and my sister? Because I reckon like that your sister actually kind of looks like my sister in like the, I don't know, the jaw or whatever. I don't know.
She's got a better jaw than me. She's got a...
Find that bloody hard to believe. All right, well, there we have it. It's the end of a hell of an episode. I want to thank Duncan for coming along and nobody else. It's been really... It's been great.
Thanks.
Yes. The two tossers really appreciate you coming on. We know you're a busy man with a busy schedule and potentially a new parking ticket, so we want to apologise in advance for that. But no, thank you for coming along. Send love to the wife and the kids, and thank you for watching a different location with the Ollie Skelton show that everybody rates. The acronym for that is TOSSER. If you enjoyed this episode, please give it 5 stars on the Apple Podcast or Spotify. Or else, what are you going to do, Roops?
7 years bad luck.
That's what I hear. Thank you. And if you could both just wave to the... God bless. Have a good one.
That's it. Thank you.
That was fun.
Tosser.